Flesh Heap over to the Pudge, and now Avalanche Toss, buyback comes in from Crit, Spectral Horn into the back line, the Blade Mail's turned on, and LGD, they're killing themselves! Crit tries to come in and capitalize on X-Nova, he's so low in life now, it's 4. Oh, and someone, okay, yeah, now they're gonna kill him off. 3 heroes lost. FY's TP will be able to complete, as the VS illusions kind of caused more problems.
Well,
but that's a 2 for 3 trade-off. Money-wise, it does go the way of EG, same for the experience.
yeah, there's a slight win for EG, not that much. They had to buy back the Tusk, and yeah, sure, it's a support, but it's a pretty rich support, so buying back costs a decent amount. And they did kill the big carry in Arteezy there, so not too bad for LGD. They probably don't feel too good about it, but in the grand scheme of things, this is a very insignificant fight compared to a lot of other stuff that's happened this game.
It works nicely when you then get the push on bottom lane. Like, Charles is looking to try and hold up. Okay, well, I don't know if that's... yeah.
There's no mana, he has to go back to refill.
Yeah, he's trying to hold the push. While the rest of EG would love to just force into that bottom tower. And Samel's on the hunt once more. They're looking towards the Clinks in the mid. He's farming up. Avalanche Toss. X-Nova's there for the swap, but it comes way too late. In fact, it never even came at all.
It's hard to cast swap on a Toss target. Part of the strength of Tiny, actually, is how hard it is to save the heroes he goes on.
Oh, S4. Well, there's your first swap, and they toss in the Tusker right into a Walrus Punch. Try and throw out the shards to catch out FY. EG never happy with just 1 kill, and here comes your snowball forward. Crit, no shards available just yet. Charles is in the neighborhood, but he has no swarm available. FY, he knows he's dead. Tries to rob through it, won't be able to deny himself. And LGD, the snowball of death.
Sumnus, whoa, he's really far up. He has cooldown on TP for 30 seconds.
Okay.
He's gonna need to juke away in the tree line here, or hope that EG thinks he's just gonna TP out, because this is a long time. They're giving him information mid, though. They're showing all their heroes on that mid wave. So.
And he's coming in for Concoction. He's going after Arteezy, and Arteezy... Oh, wait, what? He missed the target. He didn't get the toss off. Arteezy went into the trees, and now with the TP up from Crit, they're able to capitalize. Concoction's burning again, but he does not have time to get it off. Permanently stunned. And EG rotated. They showed everyone in mid, but they ended up having 4 on top.
I think, did Arteezy see him come in? Because he reacted really quickly to that by running into the tree line.
I honestly don't know. There was no Observer Ward in position for it.
He might have just felt it as well in the moment. Like, where is Alchemist? Is he trying to kill me? Just in case, let me start running toward the tree line. And he was.
Yeah, he burned the Blade Mail. Perfect dust right on max range. Clips Chalice. And then initiation after initiation coming in from Evil Genius. Isn't even going to shard block onto FY. Crit doesn't have Snowball available. But what he does have is 7 Spirit Vessel charges. He is very well equipped.
All right, we see Somnus is starting to work on a BKB because he needs a defensive item. That's just what's happening this game right now. Every time he tries to make a move, he just gets killed off. He's got to get that BKB or Lotus Orb or something of that type. Maybe even a Mantis Style would still be great. Right now, I have really not felt Ame in this game. I feel like we've barely seen the hero.
Yeah.
Every time we see Clinks, it's because he's getting killed.
Well, they always get the gank on him.
Yep.
That's the problem. Like, he's not the instigator.
FY.
Yeah, he's feeling something. They're going to walk over and finally get rid of that Observe Ward the script was highlighting previously. I think X-Nova's a little bit worried about going for it. There's your hook, pulling back to Mel, and they just flip him top. FY is just a pancake, and they're looking for a little bit more. Arteezy into the back lines. They've got extra help, and Somnus isolated. What? He cannot fight back without killing himself.
That looked like full-on miscommunication. Like, there was absolutely nothing to do there for Somnus. His Pudge was dead, all of his teammates backed off, and he just ran into them and got killed off. And that's a big death. This might be Roshan.
It is.
They don't have the best Roche lineup, so actually this can backfire if they're a bit too slow, but Arteezy with the Manta style is dealing a lot of damage now onto the Roche.
They're actually, and they're taking very little back. Look at that. Gold from kills, 4.85 to the 8.8. It's just being a lot more efficient, and like it's 25 to 17 kills. The amount of kills are not that high. It's just better ones coming in for Evil Geniuses.
And they get the Aegis. How many bounties will they get here? 1, 2... They got 3, I think.
Well, Samel didn't see the target. And Ame doesn't see the target. He just walked straight up and picked up the bounty rune that Ame walked over the top of.
I feel like if you're in LGD's position right now, you have to understand that if Alchemist doesn't get another item or two, the fights are impossible at this point. Like, it's just not working. They have to try to find a way of getting Somnus at least this BKB. Even then, it's still really, really difficult, but it feels like there is a chance at least.
Yeah.
The current fights are just not panning out well at all.
They need EG to let up for a bit. Like, to actually have a little bit more space, but you know, EG are not. They group up as 4 and they smoke. They're looking to fight.
Either you do it that way, or you make an aggressive play with some of your other heroes. Not where you're looking for a full-on team fight, but you're just looking to distract and create space. And right now, what they're going to go for instead is they'll probably just sacrifice their Vengeful Spirit to try to get Somnus his item.
Yeah, and Somnus actually needs to TP out practically in 3 seconds or he's dead. In fact, make that 1 second. Right now, he needs to go. Too late. Here comes your snowball forward. If he even TPs, it won't achieve anything. He just throws out the concoction, but already dead. Board the Mithril Hammer, so there's no buyback. He is dead for 45 seconds.
Bench just left his side there to run into the jungle, and I don't really think Venge would have made much of a difference in that situation. When he got backstabbed like that, he's dead no matter what. So, at the very least, they only lose the Alchemist. But this is an Alchemist game, by the way. Let's remember.
Though. Like, Crit's out of position. The Snowball's going to come over towards Chalice. Arme's nearby. And now he'll... Does he see Sumail? Sumail doesn't see him. And Arme just quickly runs away. How do they... Where's the detection? Like, there's no gem on the Tuskar.
He just got a dust. He blink dusted. Didn't catch him though.
FY finds his target. Goes in after Fly, but then support's going to arrive from both sides. Army dusted up. FY with the hook, able to get the kill over onto Fly, but really, is this cost worth it? He had the Blade Mail. He wants to get a little bit more damage because he's making space. Like, it's with their deaths. They're trying to make space for both Chalice as well as Somnus to come back in this game. But is it really worth it? I know there's diminishing returns, but they're dead for a while.
It's an Alchemist team that's 8k gold behind. Minute 27. They are very, very far behind. This is not really the state of the game. Like, if this was with other heroes, this Alchemist would obviously not have 14k gold right now. He would have, like, 7. Maybe.
But the space they're buying is getting the BKBs. Like, Weaver's ready to push in the bottom tower. The Alchemist is practically, like, he's pretty much close to finishing up his BKB. Yeah. Chalice is going to do the same type of thing. And how does the team fights change once these are up?
Well, they're going to take a lot less damage from the Spectre and Lich, and of course the Tiny combo if they can block it off before he casts it, but they're still struggling with S4. He has Pike and this Aghanim Scepter. Sure, he can't pike them if they're BKB, but he still hits like a truck from really long range. Yeah. So you gotta... at this point, I feel like you've got to rely on either a great swap or a great hook when EG try to push your base and kind of bait them into overextending into your base and getting some key kills on Acid Spray.
So you're doing like a defensive swap? You actually want them to be aggressive and actually swap EG into a bad spot?
I would like to see them swap EG into their base, because I think the defensive swaps are not going to cut it anymore. If EG starts pushing, you got to find that key kill.
Clinks, he doesn't need that sentry ward, tries to open up after Fly once again. The hook pulls him back, and the swap. Arme barely survives that. Impetus did so much damage because of the drag back. So VS will die, but Arme, he was ticking down to Spirit Vessel, still affected by dust for half a second. Now will wear off, gets more life, secondary dust crit, taunts him, and then punches him. Style points.
And in the meantime, Arteezy is just pushing bottom. So this tier 2 tower is gone. He has Haunt ready again now. And this is the high ground play from EG. And unfortunately for LGD, well, they lost their aggressive swap player. He's dead. And yeah, they can hook, but who's going to deal the damage?
Somnus actually needs to TP back now. They may just let it go. Like, because is there a point to fight this? Charles isn't coming back. He is now finishing up his BKB. He has the money for it. So TP is there. Hook back, Arteezy. Just pops the Manta Style, makes it impossible for FY to fight him. And the tier 3 tower has fallen. EG, 8 seconds till Clinks. The window is still sort of open. They're centering to get rid of the Observer Ward. They know there's problems. And then sentry on sentry in the mid. Nice trap, X-Nova. Made a half igloo. Radiance is now done on EG, so Arteezy completes it.
Aegis.
Yeah, Aegis is gone.
And that's their call to go. They're going to try here to find an opening.
Well, they found one. Clinks right on top of Sumail. Arme actually takes the rune, and Sumail blinks over, goes inside the Shadow Blade, so he'll get fresh bottle charges. And Chalice looks for his own targets. 3 heroes around the front of Roshan, then runs away. There's just so much vision for EG. They have the Observer and Sentry up, so there it is. Reality ripped in. Xnova becomes target #1, burns down to the Radiance, and there's just no way for LGD to fight. Challenge at least gets his BKB off plus the timelines, but that doesn't matter. Arteezy hits like a truck. 3 euros down for LGD. Alchemist never even involved. He's sitting back at his racks wondering, why are we outside the base dying?
Yep. I think, you know, at some point you gotta just try. You gotta take the chance and go for the fight. And they tried to find an opening, it didn't work. This is definitely the mid-rack's gone. Somnus is standing here with the Radiance, just dealing whatever damage he can, but...
He also wants to pick up the Blade Mail, because there's no way he can stand in a fight either unless he has that up and running. And EG are gonna claim 2 lanes of racks. Nothing can stop this from LGD. The only thing that stops the third one is the fact the tier 2 tower is still alive on the top lane.
The thing EG has done such an exceptional job at this game is identifying what the condition is for LGD to take a fight. They've had constant sentries and dusts the whole game. The map has been plastered in sentries. They've had the dusts when the opportunities arise to go for the kills on both the Weaver and the Clinks, and they've managed to kill this Alchemist 10 times. Like, you can't really counter this lineup more than this. They shut down the Invis heroes, they shut down the Alchemist. That's it. That's what you're going to do, and they've done a really, really good job this game.
And right now, LGD are trying to make the play for the Melk Award. The run's coming out. FY looking for a good hook line. Arteezy is revealed. They swap him back down again into the hook. And Dismember, hold him in. Crit comes in for a snowball save. Yep, he'll pick him up and drag him back out again over towards Arme, who thought he was safe, sitting on the sidelines, but it doesn't happen when Crit's there, holding onto the gem. They see all, they win all. EG take game #1 against LGD. And they hold their #1 position in this group, even though there's still one more game to play in this series.
And his last pick, Alchemist, just fell flat, really.